I'm in the mood to play in my journals and work with some scrap pieces that were left over from the last parcels of petals. I'm also using some new fabric that will be released this Friday, and I want to document this cute little photo, as well as wanting to work with some vintage elements, some sari silk trims, this gorgeous floral fabric that I found from an antique shop this past weekend, some lace, and incorporate fabric into each and every spread. Oh, so excited! This is the work that I actually should be doing, but I want to play around in my journals to give myself a little bit of a break, but currently working on the newest release of California Dreaming physical papers, fabrics, and embellishments that will be shared this Friday, as well as a restock of some of the prints and some new fabrics for the last petals of summer for those who missed out. I am really tempted to use some of these wallpapers in my journal. I am also thinking of including this huge bolt of fabric. I think it's beautiful and would make such gorgeous journals and journal covers. And then this is my personal pile of scraps that I have to work with. This is the first fabric that we're going to be using. This was included in the last petals of summer, and I'm going to be using this one as a background. This is the page that I want to cover up in my everyday journal. I'm not so happy about the collage on this page. To cover this up, you want to start off with your base, which is a thin piece of paper. Don't use cardstock, as that's just going to make your pages way bulkier and thicker. Now that I have glued on my piece of fabric, it's time to cover up the little piece of paper that's still showing, and I'm going to be using some of this gorgeous floral trim that was included in the parcels. Now I'm going to pass this through my sewing machine, and now it's time to add my photo. So I want to add my photo in the upper corner, like so. And then I want to journal about this photograph as well. So I'm going to be using one of these receipt papers from the parcels of petals. They are absolutely precious, and I want to incorporate one of them into the spread as like journaling paper. And I think these two go really well together color-wise. I want to place it up here in the corner. This is my page once my elements have been glued on. And I just want to apply this gorgeous sticker. And now I'm just going to glue my finished page right onto the page in my journal that I wanted to cover up. This is what the finished page looks like with the fabric as the background. I am 1,000 times happier with this page now that I have added my own touches to it, such as fabric as backgrounds for my journaling. Even if you have pieces of fabric, you can use them in your journal to create background images and then add your decorative ephemera or your journaling spots on top of it. You don't just have to use paper. Look at fabric in a different way and combine it with papered elements so that you have really sweet, eclectic pages to then look through in your journal. Now I want to share with you my Artist in Bloom journal. This is the journal that I love using more of my vintage papers and more of a linen and lace style. And I want to work in here as I want to cover up this page right here using another technique for how you can use your beautiful fabrics. Use them as a background, but not only that, but as a pocket as well. And we're going to layer them together so it looks like it's a full page and it's just a background. But really, we're going to be creating a pocket at the same time where you can include ephemera pieces. And it's such a darling little page spread. So this is the page that I'm choosing, this gorgeous little music sheet. First thing that I want to do is cut my fabric to the length of my page. And then we're going to add the lace right on top. So all I'm going to do is glue my fabric right on top of my music sheet and then just glue my lace on the edges to mimic a pocket. Take our gorgeous fabric and let me know if you'd like a digital of this, as I adore these flowers and want to incorporate them on everything. So take my fabric, glue it right up at the top, and I don't mind that these edges are folded. I think it adds a lot of character and interest to the top of our page. And then on the edges here, I want to take our gorgeous lace and just adhere it by adding just a strip of glue here and a strip of glue here. Oh my gosh, this looks stunning. And you don't need a sewing machine at all to do this. All you need is your glue. And in a matter of seconds, you have a full page spread in your journal. It looks as if this is the background and you have just adhered your fabric and your lace, but really it's a secretive little text spot that you can add whatever you want to inside of that pocket. And so when you're flipping through your pages, you see the elements of these fabrics just peeking through, especially if you do different sized pages in your journals. That's something that we teach in the Artist in Bloom course. But look at how gorgeous this page was meant to live in my Artist in Bloom journal. And you can put whatever you'd like into your little lace pocket. It's such an elegant spread that takes seconds to create, and you can use whatever fabrics and laces that you have on hand. The last thing is grabbing a little bit of ribbon and passing it right through my tag. Little bunny ears right up at the top. And you can still see the flowers peeking through. I hope that you guys absolutely enjoyed this tutorial. Super simple, super easy ways to use fabric as backgrounds. Now that I have fully finished my pages, that was a sweet little break of creativity. I am now back to assembling the parcels, the restock of the parcels of petals, as well as the new California Dreaming kits, and anything else that I can create for the restock and release this Friday. Maybe I can even include some of this fabric if I have enough. Woo! So excited to share.